Did you know that Google quietly dropped a free API key that gives you 500 requests daily to their latest Gemini Pro model? At absolutely no cost, you can start building with one of the most powerful AI models that is out there today. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to get your free key, how to call it within your code, and why it might just replace your OpenAI key for your next side project. Whether you're building AI chatbots, content tools, or just curious, this is the easiest and cheapest way to start playing around with Google's AI right now. What you'll do is come over to Google AI Studio. All you'll need is a free Google account and you'll be sweet to log in. At the top right, you'll see Get API Key, and we can click onto that and then create API key here. You have a pop-up where you need to select a Google Cloud project. If you don't have one already, it will be able to create one for you just for this. For this example, I'm just going to use my Harkness AI project and then go create API key in this existing project. So that will go away and generate, and then just like that, we've got our free API key. You can then copy that and store that somewhere safe. So if you want to use that in your own application, you can come over to this Google developer page where it shows you exactly how to implement it in all the different languages. Python is typically the most common and easiest, but even if you're using JavaScript, Go, Java, apps, REST, all that kind of stuff, it's all in here with reference documentation. I'll leave a link in the description below. So for the sake of this video, I just vibe coded up this quick Blake's chat interface, and you can compare like OpenAI and Google models. And all it does behind the scenes is switch between the Google and OpenAI functions here, and then you can just upload your API keys. So if I go over to the Google one and I copy and paste in my API key here, we can then go down and go, hey, how are you? And that will send that through to the Gemini 2.5 Flash model. And we can see there, it comes back, pretty cool. What's 9 plus 10? And you can do all that general prompting, whatever you'd like, and it will come back in format for you. You can also play around with the other models in there, which is the 2.5 Flash. I haven't added all the other ones, but there's a whole lot of models that you can play around with. If you come over to this rate limits tab, again, this link will be in the description, you can see all the limits you can hit for free on this API key. So for all their latest models here, except for 2.5 Pro, you can see we can get 500 requests daily. We even get 15 requests for their text-to-speech, and even their previous models, their 2.0 Flash, we get up to 1,500 requests per day, which is really, really cool. You can set it up as well that if you are hitting the limits, if it's a really basic prompt that you're sending through, it's a summarization, it's some really basic questions, you could actually set it up that if you hit a limit on the 2.5 Flash model, for example, then switch to the Flash Lite, then backtrack to the 2.0 Flash, etc., etc., and then you actually have a really high limit of what you can get out of this free API key. One of the really important things to note is that the free API allows Google to train on the data that gets sent through them, which is kind of why they offer it for free. They get something back in return. So it's really crucial that you're not putting any personal or sensitive data or business information into the free APIs, but it's still really good to use for testing and development without the cost. Once you kind of want to have that data privacy and use the Google models, you do have to pay, and then it's locked away and protected and doesn't get trained on. Free gets you the access, but paid gets you that privacy. This is a pretty quick video, but to recap the key points, Gemini's free API key is really, really useful, and it has pretty high limits, especially for development and testing, but the data isn't protected and will be trained on for their future models. If you enjoy tutorials about AI, I post 2 times a week, so leave a like and subscribe.